More slow rolling and 10-4 DC is on deck today. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your slow rolling host, and today we're going to talk about this 10-4 DC. That not a protest. They don't want to be called it a protest, a gathering. Plus a bunch of slow rolls that happened around the country, and I'll link some in the description and some news articles so you can check them out. So some of these slow rolls were rolling along. Some of them had as many as 10 trucks, by the way. 10 trucks. Some may had more. I didn't read about all of them. Here's a few of the things that they're talking about in these slow rolls, which I agree with a lot of them, by the way. So one of them I thought was somewhat ironic, though, is that they are against the bill to mandate 65-mile-an-hour speed limiters for semis. So am I. I think that's ridiculous. All traffic should move at the same speed. You shouldn't limit some traffic to one and some to the other. I'm totally against it as well. The thing is, they said how unsafe it is, which I agree with, right? When there's interactions, they actually talk about that, as people have to pass you. And so it's very unsafe for traffic to go one speed and then some traffic to have to go another speed. Okay, and so what do? Roll along at 50 miles an hour. If it's unsafe, it's unsafe. You can't do it. Okay, you don't go out there. Look how unsafe this is. I'm going to go do this and show you how unsafe it is. I'm going to use this saw and cut my finger out to show you how unsafe saws are. No. Okay, you can't go slow rolling and then say it's unsafe to slow roll. So that kind of thing I don't agree with. Another thing they're protesting is the Underride guard. There's a regulation that is being proposed to require side underride guards. So the same ICC bumper that we used to call it in the back would have to go along the sides of the trailers. Okay, we can talk about whether that'll increase the cost of trailers for owner-operators. I get it. The problem is nobody in the public has any idea what you're talking about, okay? So if you're going to slow roll, how many people driving by you think are going, I wonder if those drivers are upset about those side underride guards on trailers that's being proposed? Nobody, okay? If you want to talk about some technical aspect, you're going to have to go right to your legislation. The public probably doesn't care one way or the other. If you went and surveyed 20 people, they wouldn't even know what it is, much less care what it is or anything like that, okay? So that kind of thing is not going to go anywhere. Training. They want more training for drivers. Totally agree, right? Should be way more training mandated. I've always liked the 3-part license is the way I'd like to do it. When you get your license, it's a novice license, okay? For your first year novice. After 1 year, you can upgrade to professional. All right, so you go down and upgrade your license to professional. After 5 years with no tickets and no accidents, you get to upgrade to expert. And if you get a ticket or an accident, you have to go back to professional until you get 5 years with no tickets or accidents. That would separate the better drivers, the wheat from the chaff. How about that? How about that for a homie saying? All right. They also want the gathering in D.C. to be a gathering, just that. They're going to also slow roll out of there down to some truck stop in Virginia. But last year, they stopped the interstate. Great idea. That's not unsafe at all. Now, some of them said, all right, we're sorry about that, and that's not going to happen this year, and I hope it doesn't. So we'll see how this gathering on the mall does. They're supposed to be talking to legislators today. All right, so that's what they're going to do about it. Let's not stop traffic. Let's not impede people's progress. That's against the law, by the way. You want to talk about unsafe, stopping on the interstate? Are you kidding me? You can't go do illegal things as your protest and expect anybody in the public, any member of Congress, anybody to be behind you. You'll just be labeled, weirdo, and that's just not going to happen. That won't do good for you. So look, it's 10-4 DC Day, right? Look, I agree probably with 80% of what they're talking about, just not the way that they're going about it. Some stuff, you can't regulate your way to success with. Like the LD mandate, I'm all for it 100%. Love it. Increasing the amount of hours that people work is not a good plan. Whenever you increase capacity in the market, which is what you do. If you increase the hours that drivers are allowed to either sit, or you can expand by 3 hours, or any other way, that increases capacity, that reduces rates. It's going to reduce company driver pay, it won't go up as fast or reduce it, and it reduces the overall rate because there's more trucks available to take the freight that's already sitting there. Not a great idea. You want to raise the rates, cut the amount of hours that are available to work. If anything, Owner-operators should be for an ELD that has only 10 total hours of work a day. That would way put capacity, in a squeeze and raise rates. But, what do I know? What do I know about that? I love this too, they want an open flow of communication, all ideas to be heard. The last video I put out, I got scathing, profanity-filled emails from some of the people there at the last one to shut up, I don't know what I'm talking about, don't talk about this, all kinds of name-calling and stuff. I love how the group gathered together to hear all sides of the story, right? All sides, as long as it agrees with them. Not if you don't agree with them, then you get profanity-laced emails telling you that you're an idiot and shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. So that's what some people do. That's not all views, that's only some views, all right? So if you're down at the protest today in D.C., not a protest, right, a gathering, sorry, right? If you're down at the gathering, there's supposedly 150 trucks registered. Let me know what's going on. Send me a picture, right? I'd love to see anything about it. We're pretty much in agreement, not 100%, but more than they would go. We'll see you on the next view of Trucking Answers.